So now it's time for exercise 7. For this question, you can see here is the broken line graph, and this broken line graph shows the consumptions of coffee in liters. Okay, that means that is the units for the volumes of some waters, or some in this time is the coffee. Okay, and it is show the consumptions of coffee of Chen's families from January to August last year. Okay, so here you can see this one. This is the broken line graph, and I want you to look at part A. And part A, it asks you to find the total consumptions of coffee of Chen's families from January to August last year. Okay, so if it asks us to find the total sums of coffee, okay, so we need to know for each month how many the amounts of consumptions of Chen's families, okay, in each month. Okay, so I want you to look at, for example, the January. Okay, January. So in January, the consumptions of coffee is 5 liters. Okay, this one is 5 liters. So in this terms, I can write down 5. Okay, I can write down 5 at the January. Okay, 5 liters. And how about February? Okay, February. This one you can see. Okay, and when we see the points at this broken line, so here you can see it is 15. Okay, it is 15. So we can say that in February, okay, the consumption of coffee is 15 liters. Okay, and how about March? Okay, and March here, when we meet at the line, okay, the line segments. So here we can see at March, the consumptions of coffee should be 20. Okay, should be 20. So we can write down 20 at here. Okay, so we can use it to find the consumption of coffees in the others month. Okay, so for April it should be 25. Okay, April should be 25. For May it should be 35. For June it should be 30. For July it should be 25. And for August, okay, for August it should be 10. All right, and we still do not finish the question, because the question asks you to find the total sums of coffee. Okay, total consumptions of coffee. So we need to sum the consumptions of coffee in all of these months. Okay, so we write down that the total consumption of coffee. All right, and then it equals to 5 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25 plus 35 times 30 times 25 times 10. Oh, it's not times, so it add sorry for that. It should be 5 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25 plus 35 plus 30 plus 25 plus 10. All right, sorry for that. Okay, and the sum should be 165 liters. All right, 165 liters. Okay, that is the total consumptions of coffee. Okay, of Chen's family. Okay, so now we look at part B. Okay, part B. So between which two successive months did the consumptions of coffee decrease the most? So what's the meanings for this part B? Okay, so successive, that means the continuous month. Okay, 2 continuous months. Okay, for example, February and March should be 2 successive months, and May and June are 2 successive months as well. Okay, so throughout this month, okay. So which 2 months did the consumption of coffee decrease the most? Okay, decrease the most. So let's look at this broken line graph. So we look at the line, okay, the line segment. Which line segment decreased the most? So maybe we can see it should be July and August, okay, because you can see this line. It drops the most, okay. It dropped the most, okay. That means it decreased the most, okay. So in this terms, we can write down that, okay, it should be June and July. It should be July and August. However, you may say that, okay, May and June, okay, May and June also decrease. However, for May and June, it is decreased not as most as August and also June and also July. So we need to write down that, okay, for part B, okay, part B, the consumption of coffee decreased the most from July to August. Okay, from this graph, okay. So July and August decreased the most. Okay, so now we look at part C. Okay, part C. Part C asks you to describe the trends of consumptions of coffee. Okay, the trends of consumption of coffee of Chang's family from January to August last year. Okay, that means I want you to write down the choice side. Okay, choice side. So I'll write it for you. So let's look at this graph. So from January to May, you can see the consumption of coffee increase gradually. Okay, increase gradually. Okay, and then let's look at after May and to August, the consumption of the coffee decrease gradually as well. Okay, so at the left hand side it should be increased gradually. However, for the right hand side it decreased. Okay, it dropped gradually. So we can write down that, okay, part C. Okay, part C, the consumption of coffee of Chan's family increased gradually from January to May, and then decrease gradually from May to August. Okay, so here you can see, okay, I can say that the consumption of coffee of Chan's family is too high, and I know students, you are very young, so it is not healthy for you to drink coffee. Don't drink coffee. I think it's not healthy for you. Okay,